We just got in Dual's new DMCPA70 7-inch digital media receiver, and it's pretty interesting. This double-din features a 7-inch display, capacitive touchscreen, Bluetooth, Apple Carplay, and Android Auto. Coming in under $200, the DMCPA70 is one of the cheapest Apple Carplay and Android Auto head units on the market today. This thing is a freaking steal. Stay tuned at the end of the video for our power testing and my cons. Inside the box is an owner's manual, wireless remote control, mounting hardware, external microphone for Bluetooth calling, a wiring harness with steering wheel control inputs, Rca AV input harness with inputs for backup camera, 3 sets of Rca Preamp Outputs for front, rear, and subwoofer, Rca AV inputs, radio trim panel. The unique chassis of this stereo was designed in a way to ensure open space for expandability and connections. It sort of looks like a hollowed out double-din stereo, which is kind of what most double-dins really are. Majority are filled with empty space. I think this was a smart decision by Dual to design it like this. The rear connections include wiring harness, AV harness, external microphone for Bluetooth calling, radio antenna, and USB pigtail. The display itself is 7 inches. Features a capacitive touchscreen similar to your smartphone. However, it's not 1080p HD, which is kind of a bummer. It has a resolution of 1024 by 600, which is better than the usual 800 by 480 and gets us close to 720p. The command panel on the front display of the stereo features voice assist, volume control, and home buttons. This unit does not have a disc slot. The overall design of the operating system is solid. I think Dual was heavily influenced by Sony with the OS of their XAV AX models. Big fonts, big graphics, simplicity, I dig it. The radio tuner features 30 presets, 18 FM and 12 AM. Apple CarPlay and Android Auto are essential for new stereos. They both require a USB connection on this stereo that cannot operate wirelessly. The connection will also charge your device. Get access to your music apps, messaging, navigation, and they all look great on the display. Video apps do not transfer. Thanks to iPhone's iOS 14 update, Apple CarPlay now features new selectable backgrounds within the app. With a USB thumb drive, the stereo plays back MP3 and FLAC audio files, JPEG images, as well as MPEG 1, MPEG 2, and MPEG 2.5 video files. Bluetooth streaming is pretty straightforward. You can stream music directly to the stereo or receive and make calls hands-free. Bluetooth provides music tags. It's also possible to screen mirror a device to the DMCPA70 with its Rca AV inputs. All you would need is one of our mirroring kits for iPhone or Android. I'll put a link for both options in the video bio below. This will effectively get anything you want onto your stereo: YouTube, Netflix, HBO, whatever. Be aware that this is a safety hazard. For audio settings, you get an 8-band customizable EQ with 8 presets. The only display settings are brightness and dimmer. Let's test it out for ourselves and see what it can do. The first test we ran was 2 channels driven at 4 ohms, 14.4 volts, 1 kHz EQ flat. Our audio precision will generate our signal and measure distortion. At volume 38, our HP A903B audio analyzer picked up 19.4 watts RMS, 0.9% distortion, and 8.7 volts of output. We can swap between channels. Our AMM1 read 14 watts. We got 8.74 volts on the Lumi, and we drew 4.51 amps of current. Down to 40 Hz, at volume 38, our HP picked up 17.7 watts RMS, 0.2% distortion, and 8.35 volts of output. Channel swap. Our AMM1 read 15 watts RMS, 8.37 volts on the Lumi, and we drew 4.48 amps of current. Next, we tested the Rca Preamp Outputs. At 1 kHz full volume 40, we got 2 volts with 0.01% distortion. At 40 Hz full volume 40, we got 1.95 volts with 0.06% distortion. Our final test was frequency response. We used our audio precision to run up each frequency. Let's go over some cons. The biggest con to me is that there is no 3.5mm auxiliary input, which will turn off some audio heads. There are also no background or wallpaper options besides what is standard. But seriously, under $200, the DMCPA70 may have to be considered for any low budget upgrades. Be sure to go to qualitymobilevideo.com to get all of your car audio and video gear with us today. Links for everything in the bio below. If you enjoyed this video, go ahead and click that like button, join the conversation below, and subscribe to our channel if you're new. Thanks for watching.